All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, less than a day after taking a 6-0 lead into the 8th inning before losing on a walk-off grand slam, the New York Mets had a chance for redemption this afternoon versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Mets would spot the Pirates a 6-0 lead after the first inning today before they chipped away. And in the 9th inning, it was a bat of outfielder Michael Conforto that gave the Mets their first lead of the day when he hit a go-ahead 2-run homer to help New York secure an improbable win that they so desperately needed. Now, today, starting pitcher Taijuan Walker had the worst start of the season as he only lasted a third of an inning. But the Mets bullpen picked him up as over the next 8 2/3 innings, they did not allow another run. Now, the Mets needed someone to step up today, especially after last night. And it was a group effort, as maybe today's victory will allow them to get back on track. The Mets are 8-10 in their last 18 contests, including their win today, while their lead in the National League East is just down to 2 games over the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, the Mets have been faced with adversity all season long. They have not been healthy. And it seems like every time that they're ready to turn the corner in that aspect, they take a step back. They just get Brandon Nimmo back. You get Jeff McNeil and Michael Conforto back. And what happens? Now Jacob deGrom and Francisco Lindor are on the disabled list. And, for the Mets, they need guys to step up. And I do expect the Mets to make a trade for another bat before the trade deadline. But the guys that are there have to get going. Michael Conforto was expected to have a bigger season than what he has had at this point. I know that the Mets gave Francisco Lindor big money during the offseason, but he is showing that he is not the guy. He is just one of the guys. However, the Mets paid him to be the guy, and right now he is not doing it. You look at it, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. 87 wins might win this division. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody is going to run away with the National League East. But at some point, you do expect somebody to go out there and try to seize control. And the Mets, they have a golden opportunity in front of them if they can just get it going. They got to try to take advantage of the fact that they don't have to deal with Ronald Acuna Jr. For the rest of the season with the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies can't get out of their own way. And with that said, they're just 2 games back. Don't count out the Miami Marlins. They're lingering right there, as are the Washington Nationals. But you know what? For the Mets, they got to go out there and take care of their business. I know that this is a very tough stretch coming up on the schedule. They got 3 on the road starting tomorrow night in Cincinnati versus the Reds. The Reds are playing good baseball right now. They're home for 3 next weekend with the Toronto Blue Jays, and this team is ready. Look like they're ready to take off. And then they have a 5-game stretch with the Atlanta Braves before they have 3 more with the Reds. So it's tough, but it's also doable. But you know what? This is what separates the good teams from the not good teams. You have an opportunity to take care of your business, and you know what? You got to go out there and simply do it. Again, after last night's debacle, the Mets could have packed up and folded up shop, and it looked like they were going to do that after the first inning today. The starting pitcher didn't get out of the first inning. The manager, Luis Rojas, was ejected, and you look like you were on the verge of getting swept by one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball this season. Now, still, the Mets did lose a series to the Pirates, 3 games. They only took 3 games out of 7. That's not what you want to do if you're the Mets and you face a team like the Pirates. But still, the fact that they were able to, just go down and have a gut check today. Their backs were against the wall after last night. Their backs were really against the wall after the first inning. And you know what? It smelled like this team was ready to spiral off of a cliff. But they found a way to keep it together. You know what? It's that next man up philosophy. And you know what? That's what you need in order to make a serious playoff run or get to the postseason and make that playoff run. even for all of their faults, the Mets still have a golden opportunity in front of them to win this division. And hopefully for their sake, they get it done. But nonetheless, if the Mets do find a way to stave off the competition in the National League East, they could look back at this victory today and say, hey, maybe this was the one that got us going. You got to like what you're seeing out of the youngsters for this club. They're very hungry. They're making the most out of their opportunity, and hopefully, that next man up philosophy for the Mets will propel them to a division crown. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There is also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.